Hi again, YouTubers. This is a review slash comparison. What was requested is that I do a review of Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. And Painterly is, for me, the closest neutral color to my skin tone, if you see that right there. Some people, I think it's, let me look it up real quick, soft ochre. If you have a more yellow-based skin tone, soft ochre will work for you. You can definitely see just right next to my skin here how the Painterly, which is in this one right here, looks much better on my skin tone than this one. I don't use the soft ochre on myself very often. I do use it on others. But Painterly is one of my go-to ones. Now, I'll show you on my hand what Painterly looks like. It's going to be hard to see, but it's this one right here. On my hand, it looks a little bit more pink toned. But it's a great base for any eye type or eye base, my brain isn't working, if it matches your natural skin tone. Anytime you go with a paint pot, you want to find one that is closest to your natural skin tone. Now, also, just something to think of is if you can't find one that's close to your own skin tone, is there are two other options out there. This is Urban Decay's Primer Potion and Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Now these blend into your skin tone a little bit better. They're not as noticeable. Now a couple things. The Urban Decay has a strange container. Everybody complains about this, and the key with this is that it has a wand to it, okay, and you actually just wipe it on. My hands always shake if anybody asks, by the way. Yes, I know, I don't drink caffeine, I don't have any caffeine in my system, and my hands look good compared to my brother. My brother shakes like a mad person. So, you're not going to be able to see it. It's actually right there next to it, but because it blends into my skin tone. Now, the problem with the Urban Decay Primer Potion is you can't get it all out of the container. So after you've gotten to a point where nothing is coming out with the wand anymore, you actually need to cut the container and have a jar or something you can put it into in order to use all of it, which is a horrible, horrible concept on Urban Decay's side. Now, Too Faced Shadow Insurance is very similar to Urban Decay. However, it has the great idea of using it in a squeeze top. Now with this, you simply just squeeze out what you need, and you can squeeze it out on your finger and then just wipe it onto your eyelid. Now again, I'm trying to make them a little bit thick, but this one, so we've got Painterly, Urban Decay, and this one is Too Faced. And again, if you blend it in, you can't even see it. It's going to blend into your skin tone. These are all great options. I am going to show you one other option that I personally like. A lot of people on YouTube don't like this. It is Laura Mercier's Eyebase, and it's in the color Wheat. Now, I like this because it is perfect, and I actually have it on right now, and I just put, I think, grain and wedge on over top of it. So, to me, this works with me. If I want to use a paint pot, I do go for Painterly, but if I want to use something with a wand, oops, sorry, I forgot to show you that. It is, again, just like UDPP, it is a UDPP, by the way, Urban Decay Primer Potion. It is a wand, but because the container is just a straight circular container, it is much easier to get everything out of it. I've gone through about 2 of these. Now let me show you. You can see that one on my skin. So you've got Painterly, Urban Decay, Too Faced, and then over here you can see a little bit. But it blends in really well with my skin tone, and it gives me a really good base. Now some people just don't like it. So to each opinion, everybody has their own opinion, and everybody has a different thing they like. It is pricey. I would say if you don't want to spend the money, too much money, go with Painterly. If you want a colored base, if you want a neutral, use it with anything, eye base. Of these two, I say go with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Urban Decay stays a little bit better, just slightly, but you have either you're going to waste a lot or you're going to go through a lot of work to get all the product out there. So Painterly Paint Pot, there are tons of different paint pot colors out there, guys, but Painterly is a really nice neutral. You can put any eye color over this. Now some of the other eye colors out there, just to, I'll pull anyone out. Of course I hate that one. Sorry, I don't hate it, I just hate the name of it because I can't ever say it. This is Artifact. Artifact is a really pretty reddish plum tone, okay? So you couldn't use this on any color. You could use it with any color, but meaning it's not going to give you just that same neutral base as Painterly does. Painterly is a really, really good option for somebody if they just want something to even out their eye lid tone, because sometimes you can see your veins and discolorings and things like that. Now, another thing that was requested is, how do you use these? I use these with a 217 brush by MAC. Okay, and all I do, and you can even tell by looking at mine that this is what I use. I actually just swirl it in there and I swirl it around. And if you can see on the brush, it actually gets on the brush and it just goes on so easy. You're not gonna be able to see it because it is my flesh tone. But 217 is the easiest brush to use with paint pots. Now, I do tend to use Painterly, and then if I use Groundwork or Girl Friendly or Fresco on my lid, I can use the same brush, but use the lightest color first. I have used other brushes. I have used concealer brushes. I've used a flat, just a flat eye brush. Personally, I like the 217 best. It gives you the best coverage. You can maneuver it easily. It doesn't get too much on it. And same thing as wiping it on your hand. It just goes so smoothly, and you can swirl it in and you can really just even out that coloring. So I really do like the 217 brush with the paint pots. So this was my review on Painterly Paint Pot. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions on any of the other products I talked about here, please let me know and put a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great day. Bye.